Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my Sephora VIB sale haul, what I picked up in the sale. I love watching these videos. I love seeing what everyone got in the sale, just so I can get like ideas of like more products I want to buy and like what they like and what they didn't like and stuff like that. I definitely didn't go like too crazy just because I do videos and I'm always buying makeup. I feel like I pick a lot of this stuff up like during the regular year, like not in the sale. So I like already have most of the stuff I already needed. So I kind of just picked up like some things, some repurchases that like foundation stuff that I knew I loved and I needed to like restock on, and just a couple other things. So this is how you know you have a problem. I bought 4 different foundations. So yeah, 3 of them are ones I really love and I needed to like have backups of. So I just got some backups. And actually the first one is the Hourglass Vanish Stick. If you guys watch my channel, I absolutely love this. I actually needed it in a lighter color. So I picked it up in the shade Linen. And while I'm here, I have 2 other shades. So I guess I'll just swatch them for you real quick so you guys can get like swatch like color ideas. So this is Linen. Let me swatch this one. I think this is the lightest shade that I have. I am wearing this today as my foundation, and it's just like my go-to like photoshopped, flawless looking, full coverage foundation. I like to wear this like when I'm going out and stuff like that. It is definitely, it doesn't feel heavy on the face, but I don't know. I guess to some people it might feel a little bit heavy. I'm just used to like a very full coverage foundation, so it doesn't really feel too heavy or anything on me, but to the normal person, this might not be like an everyday kind of foundation. So this shade is the one I'm wearing today, and it's definitely like a little bit too light for me right now, but I did bronze it up with this shade right here. So this is Linen, this is Warm Ivory in the middle, and then this one on the end is Beige. Beige is like my summer color, but right now I'm using it like as a bronzer and stuff. I just freaking love that stuff. I also picked up another Fenty Beauty foundation by Rihanna. This shade I picked up in 140. The first time I did my review on this foundation, I picked it up in 190, which wasn't like my perfect shade. And I was also like in the process of it being like the fall, like into winter mode, so I was kind of losing like all my color. So like I was kind of struggling to find my shade, so I picked it up in 140, and when it dries down, it's like super light when I swatch it. Like it looks like it's definitely not gonna be my color, but once it dries down on my face, it does darken a little bit, and it just it definitely matches me a lot better. So this is 140. It definitely is gonna look a little bit light and crazy, but I promise like the undertones in this are like, out of all the foundations, was probably the best one that matched me like perfectly. It's really hard to like match my undertones. I have like neutral undertones, but they lean a little bit more yellow, so it's just like, I don't know, it's super hard for me to find like a perfect match of foundation. I don't know why, it's really annoying. After playing with this foundation like a couple more times since I did that video, I did notice, I think I mentioned in that video that it does dry down very quickly, but it's like very quickly. Like work very fast. Like don't put this foundation all over your face and then try and blend it out. You really got to work in small areas with this foundation because it dries so quick. And it does dry down to like a very matte type of finish. So if you have more dry skin, like very dry skin, this might not be your favorite foundation, but I really love it. I don't mind that it's like super matte, because I love a super matte foundation. I just love the way they hold up throughout the day. I feel like they just wear a lot longer on me. Like a matte foundation just wears really nicely throughout the day on me. So it might feel a little bit drying and like super matte at first when you first put it on, but the way it wears throughout the day, when it starts to like react with your natural oils, it just starts to look like super natural and like flawless on your skin. I don't know, I really like that foundation. It feels really light on my skin, and I'm going ahead and like giving you a whole nother review on it, so just go watch the video to get more information. And the next foundation I picked up is actually really cool because I didn't know they did this actually. I was gonna buy the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I was gonna restock on that one because it's a little bit more pricey, so it was definitely good to get that money off during the sale. So I never saw this before, and I bought this off of Sephora's website before, but they had a mini size of the Luminous Silk, which I thought was freaking awesome. So I think the mini size it's still pricey for this little tiny bottle. It's I think it was $42, and the full size is like $62. But since I use so many different foundations, I don't always go through like a whole, it takes me a very long time to go through like a whole entire bottle of foundation. So since I switched my foundations up so much, I thought this mini size was freaking perfect. So I did get that. So if you guys like do ever want to try out the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and you don't want to pay like the full price, they do have the option to buy like a little mini guy, which is so cute. Let me show you it compared to, this is the full size, so it looks like that. In the full size you get 1 fluid ounce, and in the in the big size you get 1 fluid ounce, and in the small size you get 0.60 fluid ounces. So, I mean, you still get a decent amount of product in there. It's almost a fluid ounce, so it's not that far off, and it's like $20 cheaper. Boom. Okay, and this is the last foundation I picked up, I swear. This is the Sephora brand Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation. So I picked this up actually because I recently tried out the Dior Air Flash Foundation, and both of these are like airbrush in a can type foundation. So since this one's like really expensive and this one's pretty reasonable, I wanted to compare them because I did really end up liking the Dior Air Flash Foundation, which I'm kind of bummed about because I don't want to have to keep repurchasing this, but it is really nice. I did just do a review on it. So a lot of you were asking me to actually do like a comparison video, see if they're like dupes or not, if it works just as good. So I picked that up because I'm definitely intrigued to know if it is just as good as the other one. So I'm probably going to do a review on that one soon. Okay, so the next thing I'm super excited about, I actually mentioned that I was going to pick it up in my recommendations video for the sale. This is the Carez Wild Rose, what is it called? Vitamin C Active Brightening Oil. I was just gonna get like the oil itself, but I saw they had like a holiday set, so when I saw this I was like, hell freaking yeah, because this set is 24 bucks, and even though this isn't the full size, this lasts a freaking long time. I think it almost lasted me like a year or so, like probably almost a year, which is crazy because it is pretty small, but you need the tiniest bit of that oil for it to do its job. And I have tried this before. This is the Wild Rose Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial. So it's just like a moisturizer, but it feels really nice on the skin. They both smell like roses, like you're laying in a bed of roses. So, so nice. The oil itself, let me show you guys. It actually has like little bits and flakes of rose petals in it, which is so pretty. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's little flakes of roses in there. And it's just like a nice little touch. It definitely makes you feel super bougie. But I mentioned in my recommendations video that I have tried this before and I was looking to repurchase it in the sale because it's a little pricey for an oil, but I'm telling you, it feels amazing. It makes my skin feel so good. It makes my skin look so radiant and like glowy and luminized. If you have oily skin, this might not be your favorite oil just because it takes a little while to like dry down and soak into the skin. It's more like a hydrating type of oil, so it does like stay a little bit oily on your skin for a little bit, but it just feels so luxurious, and I do see like overnight results kind of with this. Like when I wake up in the morning, my skin looks radiant. It doesn't look like dull and like dry. So I love using this oil, putting it in with my moisturizers. It just feels so, so good. So I was so pumped that they had this holiday set. I also picked up, which I don't have in my box right here because I have it in the other room. I just don't feel like going to get it. But I did pick up that Drunk Elephant Hydra Bee moisturizer, which I love. So I did end up picking that up. And the one thing that I didn't get to pick up, which I said I really wanted to, was the Stila like glitter and glow sets. They were out of stock. Every time I went to the freaking website, I had it in my cart actually, and it was in stock. I went to go check out and the glitter and glow set was like out of stock and they removed it from my cart, and I was like, no! So that keeps going out of stock because it's so, so popular. So I was so bummed that I could not grab that set because those Stila glitter and glows are freaking amazing. So the sets are definitely worth it. So if you guys got to pick one of those up, I'm super, super jealous. I also grabbed another Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. Nothing too crazy here. It's just like my everyday type of concealer. I just like this for every day. It's just a very like hydrating concealer. It doesn't make my under eyes look cakey or dry. It just feels really nice. So this is kind of what I've been using for like an everyday type of concealer, and I love it. So I just grabbed another one of those because why not? In the sale, I also grabbed the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. And if you guys watch my channel, I just did a first impressions like demo and review on this, and I actually ended up not liking this palette like whatsoever. I don't know what the hell happened with this palette. I don't know if I got like a dud or like a manufactured problem with my palette, but this palette did not perform the way it was supposed to, like at all, the way I thought it was going to. These shadows just like are not workable in my opinion. They just did not blend well on my eyes. They kind of just blended away every time I went to blend them, left patches. The shimmers, when I swatched them on my finger, they looked nice, and then when I put them on my eyes, they just kind of like move around and look patchy and just do not stay in place where I put them. Or in the other case, this one right here, I put it on my eyes and then like I literally stayed where I put it and I could not blend it at all, like blend any of the like harsh edges. It just looked really weird. This palette was so weird. And some of you guys in the comments were saying you got some of the other color palettes that she came out with, the Obsession palettes, and you liked them. So I don't know, I'm just real freaking confused, and I was totally bummed out about this because look at these colors. Like the colors are so beautiful. I just could not get them to work on my eyes. I have no idea why. And I can usually make like a not so decent palette work and just like find a way to work it and make it look okay, but I could not make this eyeshadow palette look good on my eyes. I was like, what the heck? I was getting so frustrated. Even the swatches I'm going to show you guys really are not that great. Like they are really underwhelming for what I thought they were going to be. This is the first matte shade. Let's try this one. Like again, they're pretty, but I feel like I could get this quality in a cheaper palette and probably get more shades, so I don't know what happened here. I don't know if I got a faulty palette or there was a bad batch or what, but these eyeshadows in my palette feel extremely dry and very hard to work with, so I really hope that like other palettes that people are getting are not like this one, because I would be pretty bummed out, and I still am. Okay, so next thing I picked up was this Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, and I had no intentions of picking this up. Like I didn't even know it was like a good product. I didn't even know it was out actually, but I saw Manny MUA talking about it on his channel, and he said he really loved it. And when someone says on YouTube that they love something, I just like immediately have to have it and try it. It's just like within my soul. But somehow I ended up getting 2 of these. I have no idea. I must have like blacked out when I was on Sephora's website buying things. I feel like during the sale I'm just like crazy on the website because I feel like everything I want is gonna sell out or something. So somehow I ended up with 2 of these powders, which I'm not mad at because I ended up really liking this powder. I like to set my entire face with it. I feel like it just gives like a nice soft focus finish to the face and just sets everything down really nicely. I also like it under my eyes. I'm not 100% sure if I love it more than my Laura Mercier and my RCMA powder under the eyes yet. I gotta play with it a couple more times, but I do like it at this point. The times I have tried it, I have really liked it, and I love setting my face with it. This powder is super finely milled. I think it might even be more finely milled than the Laura Mercier powder. It almost feels like powdered sugar. It is super soft, and I think that's why I like it so much setting my entire foundation with it, because it's not like a thicker powder. It doesn't look cakey on my face at all. It like doesn't give a really dried effect to my face like some powders can. It just feels really nice. It's very soft. Why couldn't I talk right now? It's very soft on my skin, so that's why I like it. Okay, and the last product I got is super random actually. I picked up a refill of the Kat Von D Shade and Light like highlighting powder. The ones that come in her like highlight and contour kit. I just picked up like an individual refill. I don't even have the contouring palette. I have like deeper set eyes, so my eyes will create shadows under my eyes a lot. So I just wanted like a simple powder to brighten up my under eyes. So I wanted to try this one out and see if it was any good. And I thought it was cool that you can get just like the one individual powder instead of having to buy the whole palette. So I just picked that one up in the shade, what shade is it? Lyric. So I think it's the more yellow toned powder. So that's what that looks like. So I'm excited to try this out because I actually never have tried her highlight and contour kit. I have played with it in stores and stuff, and the colors look really nice, and the formula feels really nice and soft and smooth. So I'm excited to play with this. Okay guys, so that is everything that I picked up in the sale. If you guys picked anything up in the sale that you are really loving, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I want to know. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!